My TV 53 News at 8:30 is digging deeper right now.
Good evening. Welcome to the news at 8:30. Thank you for being here. I am Austin Reed. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube at MyTV53. You know, during the 8:30 half hour of MyTV53 News on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do dig deeper with some of the biggest newsmakers across the valley and beyond. But tonight, we're focusing on Fresno, and a very cool event is coming up on Wednesday, October 18th. It's called the Wall of Champions Foundation. This is through Fresno High School, and joining us in studio tonight, I've got Bob Reyes. Bob, hello there.
Austin.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure.
Now, I got to share a fun story real quick, because when you walked in earlier today, you met A, Marcus Esparza,
yes,
and B, Emma Ott, and you knew both of them. Yes. Marcus was one of your students.
Yes, back at Fresno High.
At Fresno High.
Graduated in 2008, and he recognized me right away. And, you know, that's really a nice thing when you're a principal, that your former students actually recognize you and want to say hello to you.
Yeah. Because but that says something about you, because a lot of the times the principal is very in the back office. So you must be that kind of principal where you like communicating with the students.
That was a big thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I used to do every day, Austin, was I'd stand out in front of the school for half an hour before school started and greeted the kids as they came in. Every day I would block out time and I'd walk through classrooms. I do announcements. I tried to make myself accessible to kids.
Right. And that's super, super important, especially in today's climate. And then Emma Ott, she used to sell solar, and
yes,
apparently she sold you guys solar, you and your wife.
Yeah, maybe a year and a half ago. And so when I walked in and I was chatting with Marcus, and then suddenly Emma comes up and she looks at me and goes, "Oh, you look familiar. Do I know you?" And I'm looking at her and I'm going, "I think I recognize you too." And of course,
yeah,
she was the one that sold us solar.
How funny. Well, it's a small world. Fresno
yes,
is big, but it's small. Okay, well, let's talk all about this event. How are you involved with this?
Okay, well, my involvement came from being principal.
Okay.
And I was principal at Fresno High from 97 through 2010.
Okay.
And back in 2004, a couple of alumni who were part of our alumni association started talking about coming up with a way to honor past athletic teams and past athletes who had attended Fresno High. We have about 133 years of history, and so they talked about it for a couple of years and decided they want to film a video depicting the accomplishments of each team or athlete, and then we'd host a dinner, and we'd invite the inductees, and whatever money we raised, we'd give back to the sports program. So 2007 was the first year that we hosted our dinner, and I was still principal. And we have held 13 dinners since then. Then COVID hit, and so nobody was doing anything because you couldn't put on big events. In the meantime, we had to reform our Wall of Champions committee. We applied for a 501c3, had that approved, and so we became a separate organization. And so we began planning for our next Wall of Champions event, which happens this October the 18th. And it's going to be at Pardini's restaurant. And it's a good time to get to meet all of our inductees, except for the two inductees who were from the 1920s. But we always invite 20 of our varsity athletes to attend the event, so they can hear the stories of some of these past athletes and what they did while they were in school, what they did after high school, and what the careers they chose to go into. And then the other thing that we did, I think starting a little bit later, we started talking about archiving all of these videos. So we do 10 a year, inductees, and we ended up developing an interactive display at Fresno High School. So there's a big monitor in Royce Hall in the hallway, and you could go in and you'd press a button, up pops Fresno High Wall of Champions, and then you'd look at individual sports, click a sport, then you'd look at all of the different inductees for that sport, and click it, and there's a 3-minute video about that person and what they accomplished while they were at school. Now we have a new updated video monitor that's in the library, the new library of Fresno High, so more kids have access to it.
And I mean, I'm looking here at some of the champions. I mean, we're talking basketball, Kathy Devaney.
Yes.
Girls basketball, 1981. Hal Thomas, track and field, 59. There's Dan Traffickin, and I'm probably butchering these names. My apology,
correct.
But I got it right. Okay,
Yeah, you got it right.
1959, and then I'm looking here. Jim Blewett.
Jim Blewett.
1921. 1921, and Howard
Craghead.
Okay, 1926. So, when people come to an event like this, like you said, you've been doing it, 14 years, this will be the 14th annual. What is the temperature in the room?
Well, there's a lot of excitement, and especially for some of our athletes, like one of our athletes, he's close with his teammates, classmates, and ended up his induction alone. There are 4 tables that they purchased to come and watch him.
Okay.
And so it's a big deal for some of these athletes to have, their family, of course, and then their friends that they went to school with. We have some inductees that are being inducted who have passed, but their kids are coming to the event, and friends of theirs are coming to the event. And so it's really just people are excited. We start with a social hour at 5:30, and then people are walking around the room, and then they're recognizing people that they went to school with or people they haven't seen for a while. And so they're reminiscing about, hey, what are you doing now? And so it really is a good time.
We've got about a minute left. Anything else I missed? Anything else you wanted to throw out there?
No, just to emphasize that, you can go to the Fresno High Wall of Champions Foundation to purchase tickets. We've got a link there. You can do it through PayPal. And all of the money that we raise will go back into Fresno High athletics.
All right, very good. By the way, Bob is also the executive pastor at Northwest Church.
Yes, I am.
So you're going to have to come back on, and let's talk a little bit about the church, which is right down the street from us.
Absolutely.
So, Bob, thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Austin.
Check it out, everybody. 14th Annual Wall of Champions Dinner, Fresno High. And again, Wednesday, October 18th. It's coming right up. Get your tickets now. I'm Austin Reed. You're watching the news at 8:30, and we're back with more right after this.
This is My TV 53 News.